Welcome to the HSL podcast. I have Alvan Washington with me. Alvan, how are you doing today?
Man, rocking and rolling, wading through the raindrops here in Chicago. But, man, we've gone through 9 weeks, and things are getting a little tight.
Yeah, you said it, man. Only, I think, 3 points separate the top three.
Well,
around there.
Considering Detroit's win this past week, how about 5 points separates everybody?
That's insane.
Yeah,
that really is insane.
Here's what we're looking at coming into week 10 of our 12. The Halifax Highlanders, with their win over Charlottetown, are now in the top spot, 5-3-1. Charlottetown and Carolina are back at 5-4.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Charlottetown holding the 2 spot, by the way, because of their head-to-head win with Carolina. Detroit, the win over Carolina, is now 4 points back of third.
How much more you need?
Ridiculously close.
And with action coming around this week, who's to say that Detroit doesn't continue to make their meteoric rise back into the charts? Because after starting
because how they've been playing lately has been stellar.
Well, let's look at this for what this is. When they started the season, they had high hopes of potentially in the top spot, or at least contending for the top spot within the first 3 to 4 weeks. They went 0-5 to start the season, and they had to switch out their goaltender because Victor Ball just wasn't getting it done.
Yeah.
Insert Andy Dressler. Detroit's now won 3 of their last 4, again, including that big win over Carolina.
I guess finding their man between the pipes really helped them out.
Andy Dressler has been averaging about 38 saves a game in his last 4 starts. And that's encouraging if your owner, Jack Brown, who is doing all he can to hold that defensive line down.
Yeah. Have you gotten any interesting builds for the HSL draft or anything?
We're getting a few inquiries coming into the Discord chat room. I believe 3 people joined this week. There could be a few more depending on how things go. I'm loving the matchups coming up this week, though. Carolina travels up to Halifax to take on the Highlanders in what could be a number 1 spot showdown. The other matchup is Charlottetown is at Detroit. Could Detroit pull Charlottetown further down the table with yet another win and really make this a tight race?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. The Halifax game should be good as well.
Halifax with their guy Matt Lee in between the pipes. It's been an interesting ride for them, but when they get key wins with him between the pipes, it's league watching to say the least.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how good a team can be when they've got their goaltender cooking, so to speak.
What I was shocked at this past week in Week 9 is that Robinson didn't start for Carolina in goal, and it showed in the score at the end. Because Robinson probably could have shut out Detroit this past week if Robinson was in goal.
Yeah, I'd agree. One thing's for sure, they got a beautiful stadium there in Detroit.
Yeah, Biff Radio Center really rocking as of late with those last couple of wins.
And you would expect it to rock considering the hockey culture that is in Detroit with the Wings, and they want success. And they're not getting it with the Wings right now, so the Ice Dockers are giving them what they want.
Again, can they keep it up and get to 500 before the end of the regular season? We've got 3 games to go. Week 10 starts this Tuesday night. The Tuesday night matchup will be the Carolina Pirates and the Halifax Highlanders. That's from Nova Scotia on Tuesday night. The game starts at 9 Eastern, 10 Halifax, 8 Chicago time. Then, of course, Wednesday night, you got Wednesday night's showdown between Charlottetown, the Squall, and the Detroit Ice Stalkers. That is from Gift Radio Center. So a third straight home game for the Purple and Black.
We'll see if they can get some home cooking going, because they pretty much have gotten some home cooking going as of late.
And then that is the home finale for the regular season for Detroit, because they're on the road in week 11 at Halifax, and then they'll wrap up the regular season at Carolina in week 12. So Jack Brown better have something up his sleeve for the caller coming in.
If you were a team owner, who would you not want to face coming into these playoffs, honestly?
Well, it depends on what the format's going to be. We're still waiting on what that format is. We should hopefully have a clear picture by this week from the ownership what they're looking for as far as that playoff structure is concerned.
I'm hoping best of 5 or best of 7 as far as series, but
if we are looking at a true 4 teams showdown, I wouldn't want to be the team facing Charlottetown.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Considering how good Horvath's been the entire season.
Yeah, Roland Horvath is indeed the truth. I think he may have solidified an all-star selection, I think the week before that ugly loss last week, because he's been cooking.
Yep. And when your goaltender's cooking, you're going to have a nice time.
The second team I would probably not want to face right now might be Halifax. Let's call it for what it is. Haley Nicole. I believe it is Haley Nicole on Halifax.
Yep.
She has been cooking. And I say cooking because
doesn't she have like 5 points in her last 3 games or something like that?
Right about that mark. I mean, she been putting in some serious work. And she really has given Halifax a much needed than pretty much everybody else. So look for her.
And you know how much I like those guys that will scrap and claw to get goals and stuff.
No doubt, and no qualms from this neck of the woods. Maribel Octave, I tell you, one of the fastest skaters in the league, bar none.
She is very fast.
It hasn't shown up in the stat sheet as of late, but that doesn't mean
and the hockey sense too is unbelievable.
So big ups to her. Also, J.W. Doyle. Not enough is said about his resiliency during the course of this season. There have been times that he's been frustrated because of the lackluster play early on with the Ice Stalkers in that 0-5 start. But as of late, when Jack Brown, and Drag Top are on that back line, switching off. Drag Top come up as a center from time to time. Now we're starting to see why Jack Brown picked him overall #1.
Yeah, did they just get the right line combinations figured out now, or what's been the key to their success as of late?
You just had to put it together. I think the goalie change may have been the initial catalyst, and once that happened, then you really started seeing what this could be. Put it all together. I mean, let's look at what it is. Adil Mahmoud starting to get himself in the mix. Felix Steinbach starting to get himself in the mix. Brando Janssen started to get himself in the mix. Looking a goal or two, and once that happened, once that started happening, then we started seeing everything come together. Don Hall, now he's been a little bit disgruntled himself, but as of late, he's been able to good assists here and there. So the disgruntlement has gone down. It's not completely gone, and I totally understand. But
yeah, I agree.
Then now let me turn my attention toward the Carolina Pirates real quick. Because here's a team that started out red hot. I mean, absolutely red hot.
Yeah.
And they've
just gone cold.
Well, I don't want to say cold. They've got to take it on the game because teams are starting to come at them a little bit more physical. And that's why the goals haven't been coming as fiercely as they were early in the year. But that's no.
It's almost like they've figured them out.
You could say that. Nate Robinson. Here's a guy. Average. I mean, average per game about 42 saves. Solid for Carolina. Yeah. Eric Maltzer. I don't know why they went with him that last game, but it showed. His inexperience showed big time.
Yeah. I don't know why they went with Maltzer either last game. But for some reason they did.
That's something for the coach of Carolina to figure out coming into this week's action. Some other guys that I'm really, really impressed with on this Carolina club. The Russian rocket Apollo Chekhovian. He has figured in the last 5 contests that Carolina's been on the ice.
And I believe Chekhovian's a defenseman.
No, he's a forward. He's a front line. Oh. But they have him playing defense from time to time just to kind of chop down some of the would-be breakaways. So he's really established himself as one of the better two-way players in this league.
Yeah, I'd say so. From when we've seen him, he seems to be heading back when he needs to.
Now there's a hard luck kid that I think really needs a little bit more playing time up front. It's Christian McTavish. McTavish has been able to average about 4 or 5 shots on goal. He may slide one in the basket here and there, but not much. But I like the way that he stays with it. You can respect a young man like that and put him on one of those second line type deals. As long as they're working hard.
And where I think they could use him?
Where?
Put him in the slot somewhere where he can just tip pucks home like it's nothing. Because I believe he's got a big enough body to do that.
Yeah, he's right about that mark, as a matter of fact. 6'2", 205. Yeah, you can definitely use a body like that. If not in the middle slot, at least to the one side or the other of the crease at an angle. So you get a good fireball from the blue line or the circle. Put that stick in place. Boom, there's a good redirect.
Exactly, and that's just simple hockey right there. Get a redirection and put it in the net.
All right, as we are here on the HSL podcast, Alvan Washington alongside Alex Dar in the building. Let me move forward here to Halifax. So I want to look at Halifax one more time before we get up out of here. What person do I want to look at? I know exactly what I want to look at here. I want to take a look at Mr. Scott LaRue, veteran forward of many years on the esports side. LaRue, as the season has worn on, has started to really assert his speed. And he's got a really strong defensive mind. Again, another one of those great two-way players that you don't hear about too much. But when he's
LaRue is blazing fast.
Yeah, when he's counted on to make a play, best believe Scott LaRue's going to make a play.
Exactly, because with that speed, he can easily catch up to you if he needs to.
You know, and his physicality. I mean, there have been some forechecks over the last 2-3 weeks that Scott LaRue has made that have been NHL quality. I mean, it's like you got the puck, and the next thing you know, you got a forearm in your chest, and the puck's going that way. That's the type of hit that LaRue has been putting on as of late.
Or on the ground.
You know, separation of puck and carrier is definitely not an option with this man.
Yeah.
And, all right, so really quick to recap what we got here. Coming up this week for Week 10, it will be the Carolina Pirates at the Halifax Highlanders. That is Tuesday night. That's the Tuesday night matchup at 9 Eastern, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 10 in Halifax. And then Wednesday night, the Charlottetown Squaller at the Detroit Ice Dockers. That is a 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central time face-off. Catch all the live action on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/hockeysim league. Of course, Twitter is hockey sim league. Instagram is,
and the YouTube channel will be in a card. Will be in an iCard with this podcast. I made sure I put it in there just so people would sub to us and stuff.
That'll work
on YouTube.
All right. So you heard it here first. He's Alex. I'm Alvin, and we are out of here. This is the HSL podcast on the HSL network. We will catch you this week in action on Twitch TV. Later.
Peace out.